I've been doing this professionally for about 4 years and I've been freestyling for about 10. I saw the world champion do some freestyle skills when I was like 11 or 12 and I was absolutely blown away and I was like, that is what I want to do. And I've been doing it ever since. I just started off, I would go into my backyard or into the garage and just do some keepy-uppies and try and do like an around the world. And once I landed that first trick, that around the world, I was hooked. Yeah, I remember that moment so specifically. Like I landed that trick and I was like, oh my gosh! Like I was like, you know, freaking out. I was like, Dad, guess what? My dad was like, oh, around the world, cool. I created a video because my parents are from Scotland, so all of their friends back home wanted to see what this like around the world stuff was all about. So I made a little video, I put it on YouTube, and then it was getting more and more views, and I was like, okay, this can't just be my parents' friends and my friends back home like watching this. Yeah, my outfit, man, that was my club training gear. And I obviously ordered a couple sizes too big. Yeah, I got my UNC soccer ball. It was like my dream even back then when I was like 11, 12 to go to UNC. My editing skills, as you can tell, were phenomenal. I don't think there were any transitions at all. Honestly, I don't know if I would critique anything too much. I think because I was starting off, like it's good to just kind of let my creativity flow, so I don't know if I would have coached myself. I think I kind of would have just let the flow happen. So then I made another video, put that one up there as well, and they just started getting a lot more views and it kind of spiraled from there.
I started playing soccer when I was about 4 years old, and I've been doing my freestyle tricks for about 3 years.
One that always comes to mind is probably the Ellen DeGeneres show. That was really, really neat. I got to do that when I was in high school, and Ellen is such a sweet person. She was so nice, and the experience just overall was really, really cool. I don't know if you can actually see in the video, but as I was leaving, because I was in the audience, I was like a hidden audience talent, there was a speaker, and I was so excited and so nervous that I didn't notice the speaker and I tripped over it as I was leaving my seat and going to head down the stairs. I managed to catch myself. I didn't fall flat on my face, but I definitely like smashed into that speaker and had to like collect myself. Yeah, and they put me in a dress for this too, which was different. I kind of have a routine in mind. And then as I can kind of feel the audience watching and I can kind of see if they're into it, and I will kind of build off of their vibes that they're throwing at me. They actually called my house, and Sky picked up the phone. She came running down the stairs and she goes, "It's Ellen DeGeneres." And we're all at the kitchen table like, okay, sure it is, Sky. But it was one of her producers, and they were asking if I could be on the show. And it was funny, but, well, it wasn't funny. I'd actually busted my ankle pretty bad at a soccer tournament, and my doctor had told me that I needed to take a few weeks off. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna be able to do this show. But then I went anyway, the ankle like all busted up. So my ankle was pretty messed up during that performance, but I was like, I'm not gonna let this kind of pass up. This was filmed in the local gym that I go to in a racquetball court. So this is like I call it my freestyle lab. And I feel like every freestyler now has started to call their training spot their lab. And I was like, it was like started like a weird trend. It's like all these freestylers are like mad scientists now. But yeah, so I've been calling my freestyle lab for like, I don't know how long, but yeah, every morning I get up and I go to the gym. No matter if it's raining or snowing or super, super hot, I know that spot's always there, which is great. So I've been like really into the 360 tricks, which is like the spin. That was amazing for me because I just realized how many more people were getting to view freestyle because Instagram they have so many followers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like freestyle's getting more exposure. So yeah, it was just super neat to be able to be featured on that. I was really honored. And you know, just getting to spread the sport a little bit more, which is cool. One day I was like, I'm gonna make a crossbar challenge video. Social media has been amazing because what I want to do is spread the joy that freestyle gives me, and social media gives me that platform to just get it out there and get lots of people, or allow lots of people to be able to see what I'm doing. So for the World Cup video, we actually shot that on a rooftop. So originally they'd wanted me to put all the jerseys on at one time. I ended up just like looking like a huge snowman with whatever colored jersey was on. So we would put 5 jerseys on at a time, and then when we got to the last one, we would take that off and then put another 5 jerseys on and just put that one as the top layer. But yeah, it was definitely a challenge to find a way to transition between every single jersey. But I really enjoyed that challenge. So we had filmed all the jerseys, and we were on the last 3, I think, and this woman came up and was like, what is all the banging? You guys need to get off right now. This is like my property, we're gonna call, like, she just was freaking out. We're like, we have 3 more jerseys. Like, we've been shooting for like almost 2 hours. So we were like, why all of a sudden is she mad? But yeah, she ended up letting us do the last couple clips, which thank goodness, because I don't know what we would have done. I would have had to shoot 6 of them in Scotland. Actually, like 2 or 3 clips in here that I had to film in Scotland. We forgot 3 jerseys on the shoot. Annie texted me and was like, hey, we're shipping you some jerseys. And she's like, just try and find a way to make it look like you're on the rooftop. I was like, girl, I'm in Scotland. Like, this is not gonna look like a New York City skyline. So I just had my sister kind of shoot the video up the way, just looking straight up at the sky so you couldn't tell where I was. And it took forever to find a day to actually do that, because in Scotland, all it does is rain. It's just gray. So it was like, we need a clear blue sky here. So we did a shoot for FS1 with Jimmy Conrad. We had a couple gamers, and then we had Yael and I. So it was a gamer and a soccer player paired up. So I was with Air Japes, and we destroyed.
This summer marks the 100th anniversary of the Copa America, and it's gonna happen this summer in the United States. So we thought we would celebrate with a little tournament of our own. Let's go meet the teams. Have you guys ever done this before?
No. I missed the bat spinning class.
You did? You missed that?
Yeah.
I got an A+ in that. But here are the rules. Okay, you guys ready? You have to spin around this 6 times, and then you're gonna shoot on goal, and somebody else in goal is gonna be doing the same thing. Everybody's gonna get 5 kicks each, and you get to be a goalkeeper 5 times. So 10 total kicks, and the team that has scored more goals in those 10 kicks wins. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this technique.
Oh, God. Oh, I could have had it.
You were so close.
Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Between the legs. James, eat some of that, pal. Eat some of that. What a finish. What a finish.
I was actually very messed up by that dizzy bat challenge. And then they had us do it in goal too, so like the goalie had to be dizzy as well. I tried to kick it out of the net. My foot got stuck in the net and I hadn't realized it and tried to walk away and just absolutely ate it. I was like dizzy for weeks after doing that dizzy bat challenge. So you stand up and you're just so disorientated. So I would just like throw up the stick in hopes that it would block it, but it just did not work. Yael went to UNC as well, so I've known her for a while. And I actually was injured during this whole shoot. I pulled a muscle in my quad, so everything I did with my weak foot. So yeah, I demand a rematch now that I'm healthy. With freestyle, there are no limits, there are no boundaries. You can always do a different combination with a trick. You can always create new tricks. So the feeling I get when I land something new is unlike any feeling I've ever had before. So it's just that keeps me coming back to it. I think what I want people to take away is that if you love something, do it. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Even yourself, like you're gonna have doubts. You're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like are these people right? Am I not gonna be able to do this trick, or am I not gonna be able to do such and such? But you have to prove them wrong. When someone tells you you can't do something, you have to prove them wrong. So don't let anyone discourage you from loving something and doing what you wanna do.